Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Wake Up and Shake Up 5 minutes of motivation for mamapreneurs. We will kick off the show at 8 o'clock sharp. I'm just going to check we're streaming out because I'm trying a bit of different tech today. So I want to make sure it is going where it should be because you know what kind of things can happen with Facebook. It does seem to be going. So let me just check a few things. When you're jumping on, I can't see anyone at the moment because I've not opened the right thing. This is like a learning curve as we go live this morning. But we are just trying to get set up. So what we're going to do, what we've been doing this week is we've been talking about boosting your bank balance. And so important. Obviously, we're all in this to make an impact, but also to make money, to be able to support our families, etc. Just trying to find my group. Hang on a sec. And it's it is working. Hooray! I'm trying to turn off comments, but I can't do that. Okay, so hi Kelly. I'm just trying this new tech, and it's I can't turn off comments, which is a bit annoying because I wanted to turn off comments in the group, which is annoying. But anyway, it seems to be okay. The picture seems to be okay, and yeah, a bit random. I'm actually going live in 4 places at the same time. So hooray for technology. I've put it on the lowest resolution and the lowest of everything so that my shonky internet might cope with it for the day. But hi Sharon, Renee, Kelly, Karen. So this week we've been talking all about boosting your bank balance. So we were tapping into the value that you've got to offer. We were then, I need to look at my notes. It's Friday. I've had a bad week. We were then creating your offer, creating this great offer, whether that's a product or a service or whatever it is. And then we had a session and was probably a bit deep on Wednesday talking about the financial side of it. And I sort of floated the idea of profit first and working the thing out backwards. So thinking about how much you want to make from a project, then adding on your expenses and then dividing that figure by the amount of people that you can serve that product or service. And then we spoke yesterday about how you can share your value, and then also how you can add some extra things to make the product or service more valuable to your ideal customer. And so we're going to take it one step further and actually get the sales today, but we'll start that at 8 o'clock sharp when the show kicks off. But before that, if you've got any questions this week about anything that we've discussed this week or any of that jazz, let me know in the comments. I haven't got a cup of tea, so I'm feeling a little bit bereft at the moment, I must admit. And I'm quite impressed with the quality so far. Let me know in the chat. The quality that you're seeing, is that the picture quality is pretty good, isn't it? I can see it on my phone. It looks a lot better than normal. And I am multi-streaming, so I thought it would drop quite dramatically. So good old AppSumo with their little deals. But yeah, this is going on 2 Facebook groups, a Facebook page, and YouTube Live. Apparently, looks better than normal, says Renee. Yeah, so it's normally my phone on the Wi-Fi because that's the only thing I can keep a good stream with. But yeah, this seems okay. Normally I can't use any gadget like eCam or anything. It's called Restream.io, Claire, and it lets you basically multi-stream. So I literally just click where I want to go live and it sends it to all those places. So hopefully, if can someone that's in my community go and check, just for a favor for me, go and check YouTube and see whether I'm streaming live on YouTube. I should be, but that would be good to know. And so agree, much better than normal. Yeah, like that is crazy because anyway. So it's time, guys. It's 8 o'clock. Welcome to Wake Up and Shake Up, 5 minutes of motivation for mamapreneurs. I'm Abby and I help mamas tap into their brilliance and use it to build an audience and an online business that they love for more views, leads, clicks and sales. That's what we're all about. And so we're going to talk about, we know what our value is. We've created a product. We've worked out the numbers. We've then know what value we can bring in terms of the product and how to add some extra things that would actually be useful to our ideal customer, not just give them a load of stuff that they don't need. And now we're going to think about how we actually make sure we make those sales. Okay. So the first thing to think about, and is what we don't do, most of us, is get in front of our ideal customers every day. Like we think we do, but we don't. And that doesn't mean selling every day necessarily. It just means we need to show up every day. And that can be really, really hard. I think sometimes as online business owners, quite a lot of us are on the introverted side of the spectrum. And it takes a lot out of us to be showing up. Okay. And that doesn't necessarily mean showing up live, but to be fair, live is the best way to show up. So what I want you to do is think about making sure you're showing up every day. And you're going to use social media to do that, obviously, as one of the main ways to do that. And you're going to pick 2 to 3 main platforms, and you're going to make sure that you have a presence on those every day. Okay. As I said, Facebook Live is, YouTube's working. Yes. That's so exciting when a plan comes together. Facebook Live is a great way to do that. There is no doubt about it. You know, we did Facebook Live week last week, but the key is to be consistent. So show up consistently, even if at the beginning it feels like no one is watching. It feels like no one is listening. No one is showing up. It's crickets. Keep on showing up, because your audience will find you. They'll just take some time to find you. So this will help you grow your audience, and you need to grow your audience so that you've got people to sell your things to, and so you've got people to impact. Okay. And you're going to share your value every day. You're going to be sharing value. You're going to be sharing your skills. You're going to be sharing freebies that you've got. You're going to be sharing you personally. You're going to be sharing your offers. Okay. So you're not just going to be selling every day, and you're not just going to be talking about yourself every day or talking about your products every day. You're going to mix it in. Okay. And that ratio is going to be different for every person. So Gary Vaynerchuk famously said, jab, 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 right hook. Okay. So he's just sort of working on the assumption that give, ask. Okay. Because you have to be able to fill up your, every time you ask your audience to do something, you take a little bit out of this jar of kind of goodwill. So you need to make sure you're filling up the jar with lots of free, really helpful value, so that when you ask them to do something, when you ask them to go read a blog post, to click something, to buy something, you're not starting with an empty jam jar. Hopefully that makes sense. So you need to make sure you're filling that jar up. So some people do 3 weeks of value, 1 week of promotion, whatever it is, whatever it looks like to you. It's testing your audience and figuring that out. So you're sharing your skills, you're sharing your personality, you're sharing behind the scenes of your business, you're sharing your freebies, you're sharing what worked for you. Then you're sharing also your products or services or whatever you have to offer as well. Okay. You also have your email list, or you should have. If you haven't by now, I don't know what to tell you. You really should have started and be trying to build your email list every day. Okay. Your email list will be the thing that converts most for you, apart from getting on the phone to sell. And not many of us are getting on the phone to close sales. Okay. So your email list will convert the highest, because it's like the people that you've got home with you. Social media is kind of you at a bar, and your email list is you at home with someone. Okay. So it's the much more intimate connection that you have. And so you need to be giving value there. You need to be sending them your offers as well, but you need to be giving them a reason to be on your list. Do not just send them out your blog posts, because you're training them then not to read your blog, or you're training them not to open your emails. You need to give them something different, okay? A different take on that same information. And then you're going to, if you give this value, people will start to refer you. So people all the time, I'm so grateful that say, you know, somebody wants to start a blog or a business, or they're a mama and they want to start their online business. I get tagged into things because people are like, Abby's the one you need to speak to. But by giving value, free value, like, and tons of it, there's over probably 3,000 blog posts on my blog. Then by giving that value, people then know that they get results, and then they're happy to share those results with other people. Okay. And then what I want you to do is I want you to track your numbers. I want you to make sure you know about like what you're selling and the numbers of what you're selling, and all of that stuff, and how many brands you've worked with if you're not selling anything, and what your affiliate sales are if you're not selling your own products. Because if we don't track this, it's like what's that saying? What is measured grows. But if we don't know, if we're like, I can't remember how many brands I worked with last month, or can't remember what affiliate sales, I don't really look at my affiliate income, or we can't grow it because we're not aware of it. Okay. So I want you to know, like, every week, how many of those digital products did you sell? How many, like, because proper businesses would know this, and we just kind of gloss over all that like it doesn't really matter, and what ends up in the bank account is what ends up in the bank account. Well, no, I want you to know that you did that Facebook Live for 3 days, but then that week you sold loads more than normal, or even 2 more than normal. And then you know that you've got a chance of attributing that to the fact that you showed up more. Okay. And I want you to track those figures every week. I don't want you to wait every month, and you've only got 12 opportunities to pivot and change and do something different to drive more income and to drive more impact as well. If you track your figures every week, you've got 52 chances to pivot and make a difference. Think, oh, that did work, I'll do more of that. Okay. And when you're starting with an offer, a product, service, offer, whatever, I want you to go all in on the one thing to start with. So I want you to create something, and I want you to promote, get that all going. I want you to promote that, and I want you to promote it to the point where it sells regularly. And then I want you to create something else. Okay. I don't want you to create all of these things and then not actually have the focus to make sure anything is promoted enough so that it sells. I want it to kind of almost start selling on autopilot before you start creating more and more and more and more stuff, because actually then the feedback you get from that first product can inform your future products as well. So has that helped you guys today? Let me know in the chat. And that's been the end of Boost Your Bank Balance Week. Next week, what are we going to do? I think we're going to do Creating a Course Week. Let me know if that sounds interesting. Because everyone, even you, everyone can create a course. Simples. I have a friend, maybe she's not on this broadcast anymore, but Sharon, she has a llama farm. A llama farm, how amazing is that? And she does like llama trekking and stuff. And she could create a course on setting up a small holding. Okay. People would buy that. That's very niche. People would buy that. So everyone, whoever you are, has a skill that they can create a course from. And sometimes the more niche, the better. Mariah Cos, who's like created so many courses and whose business is basically teaching other people to make courses. Her first course was about tiny living, like converting a small camper van, and that was her first course, and that's quite niche, isn't it? So everyone has got that in it. So that in them. So that's what we're probably going to talk about next week if people say yes in the comments enough. And I will see you on Monday, 5 to 8 for a little chit chat. 8 o'clock is when we hit the ground running with our new topic for the week. So have a lovely weekend. I'm so glad this stream worked. I'm so happy that this worked, because this is pretty cool to be able to go all the places at the same time. Kelly said, I have a light holder coming today. Thanks for the link. I've got it on, even though I've not got my phone in the thing because I'm using my computer. I've still got the little light because it's so much easier than plugging in all my big ones. So easy. So this has been fun. I'm just kind of getting used to the new tech, but it's been good. And I've got my little chat box I had to download. It's very good though. AppSumo deal, $49. And it's the easiest multi-stream thing that I've ever seen. Anyway, you don't have to put the codes in anywhere. You just literally click it and say, I want to go live in all of these places, and it does it for you. It's like a miracle. So I'm going to leave you with that today. I hope that you've had a good week, and that you're going to use what I've taught you this week to go and actually boost your bank balance. And I will see you all on Monday. Bye.